Hey everybody, this is Coach K with another episode of 92 New. Today we're gonna actually make some of this fantastic sea moss that, everybody is one to know. How do I make the sea moss? How do I make the sea moss? So let's do it together, y'all, okay? Let's get this done. Okay, so step one, make sure y'all start off with clean hands. Wash your hands. But anywho, we have the sea moss that this is the sea moss in its regular form. The company that I've purchased from in the past, and where I still currently buy from, and then I have another company as well that I buy my sea moss from. But this is what I already had, so it's what we're using today. Okay, so this is what sea moss looks like when you I'm gonna open the bag now. Be warned. When you open this bag, it's going to smell like the sea. Okay, it's gonna smell like the sea. It's sea moss, so it is pretty strong. If it's not strong, something wrong with it, because there is some not for real sea moss out there. Okay, guys, you have to be careful when you're buying sea moss because some sea moss, some of it, God, some of it, the smell like got in my mouth. Woo. Some of it is not real, okay, y'all? So you want to make sure that you are buying authentic sea moss. And you can kind of tell, I'll share with you a few ways to be able to tell if it's authentic or not, okay? So, again, this is full spectrum sea moss, which means full spectrum means that it's all colors. Each color has different properties and different benefits, but it's essentially like wild sea moss per se. Okay, so this is what it looks like on the inside of the bag. Can y'all see that? And we're gonna go ahead and make sure that you are having your bottle of spring water, because while you rinse it off with regular water from the tap, we also need a bottle of spring water in order to have it to sit in. Okay, this is my glass bowl that I use to make my sea moss in. You will need, I do recommend glass if possible, because you don't want the elements from plastic soaking into your sea moss, which is essentially going to be into your body and nourish your body. Again, sea moss has 92 of the 120 vitamins, minerals, nutrients that your body takes in, and that is your body is comprised and composed of. The Creator created us with 120 of these vitamins and minerals, and sea moss has 92 of them. So let's get started with actually making it. And what I'm gonna do first is we're gonna go ahead and make sure that we get all of the netting off of the sea moss. Anytime you have sea moss, they're dragging it and pulling it in from the sea and things like that. There's gonna be sand, there's gonna be netting, on a natural bat of sea moss, okay? So you want to go ahead and take time to get that removed. So I'm going to go ahead and get some out of the bag, and then we'll show you what it looks like. So you don't need a whole lot of sea moss either. The thing is that sea moss expands. It is a little tangled sometimes in here, y'all. It's in its natural format. So you might have to, Coach K clumsy. You might have to work with it to get it out. I don't want a tremendously huge piece right now. A piece like this should be well enough. And you might need one more piece. Okay, can y'all see that? See how it has a little, this is not sea moss right here. This is netting from the sea. this little piece right here. This is the net from the sea, okay? This is what we're gonna be working on to get cleaned. This is sea moss, and as I'm, showing it to you, there's natural. This is sand. It is grainy and sandy. Like if I do that, you can see the sand falling off from the camera if y'all can see that. But it has plenty of sand from the sea, and then as y'all saw the netting on there. So we're gonna work on getting that cleaned off first. And the other thing that you're gonna need really quickly, we're gonna start off with making sure that our limes are clean, because you will need a lime. I have my just a good old-fashioned organic bag of limes is here. So this is what we're gonna use today. I normally use 2 limes, so you wanna make sure that you have both of those. Okay, y'all, so this is the limes that we have here. I have 2 limes, and we're just gonna do just a little splash to be able to get those cleaned off, and make sure that you are rinsing the limes really, really well. Actually, even use baking soda if you'd like, but this is just, I try to do 2 limes and make sure that they're fully cleaned off, and I'll rinse it really well, and then after that, then I will let it sit for about 3 minutes or so. Okay. Okay, so now that we have our limes actually sitting in the water and vinegar, we're gonna move this right on over to the side, and we're gonna begin to, again, we're not actually we're not washing off or rinsing this off just yet, because it needs to be dry to actually see where the it definitely needs to be dry for you to be able to see where the netting is, y'all. Okay, I'm trying to get it close up on the camera. Y'all, thank you for your patience. I'm still relatively new to like filming and trying to make sure that I get good quality views for y'all. But the whole purpose of this is to try to get a good close-up view of the sea moss here. So you want to make sure that you're opening up each one of these. I call them little tentacles, and you want to open each one of these up. Make sure that that there is no netting. Although yes, there will be sand. You don't want to see netting or any other little sea particles. You don't want to see that. So you want to make sure that it is clean, and that there is, sand is okay, netting is not okay. Okay, so you're opening up each one of these little tentacles. Like, do y'all see how I'm opening those up and making sure that there is no netting on the inside of your sea moss? Okay. Open up each part, because a lot of times they will, it's natural, it is from the sea. So these tentacles, can pull in other things sometimes when they're dragging in the net. Usually the person, especially, if you're buying it from the brand that I bought it from, they do a pretty good job at cleaning it for the most part and getting the netting and stuff like that off. But there are still some residual pieces that you'll need to be able to go through. See, here is another piece that I found. Can y'all see that? So you want to get that off. And pull all the netting off. Make sure that there is no netting that is tangled within. Okay, here's another piece, y'all. Finished. Guys, here's a good example. See that? This is sea moss. This is the netting. See this piece right here? This is the netting from. This is the netting. This is not sea moss. This is a piece of the net. So you're gonna go ahead and get that removed and pull that on off of there. Now I'm gonna go ahead and finish cleaning my pieces, and I will be right back. Okay, y'all. So can y'all see this so far? This is about how much sea moss that we've already cleaned, and we haven't actually rinsed it off yet. I've just cleaned it, and as y'all can see, like the little particles. Y'all see that? It does, like I said, it does have sand from the sea on it. So we're gonna get this glass rinse back out, and then after that, we're gonna be rinsing our sea moss as well. And just getting all of now that we've gotten all the netting off, we're gonna go ahead and rinse all of the sand from the sea off of there. Let's make sure that that's not another piece of netting. No, that's just sea moss. Okay, we're good. So we're gonna rinse all of this off real quick, and let's get it ready to soak. Now, as I'm rinsing my sea moss, I'm not using a hot water. I'm using like a room temperature water to be able to ensure that that I am, I'm not like cooking the sea moss. You don't need to cook it right now. There's no reason to have it on hot. The purpose of doing this is just to make sure that you're rinsing all of the sand off of the sea moss. You want to really get in there really good with each of the tentacles and make sure that the sand is rinsed off really, really well. Okay. This is I just wanted to show y'all like a sample of the netting because I didn't think that y'all could see it really well. This is the netting that came from off of some of the sea moss that we were cleaning. Okay. So you want to definitely make sure to get that cleaned off of your sea moss really, really well. Okay. Next, this is our next piece. We've already cleaned these pieces over here. This is our next piece that we're going to go ahead and rinse. This is a larger piece, guys, and I love that it's purple. The purple sea moss is really, really beneficial for you. They say that it has a lot more nutrients and benefits for your body. So you want to make sure to really take care of it because, it's taking care of you. Like I said, make sure that you're looking for those extra pieces of any netting that you may have missed as you're doing this step of rinsing off. Definitely expand. Yeah, it's kind of hard for me to do it holding a camera, but what you want to do is expand each piece of what I call, like I said, the tentacles, and make sure that you're looking for any residual netting that is left over that you may have missed. Okay, so I'm going to take some time and just get that done, and I'll be right back with y'all. Don't forget, make sure you rinse all of that sand out of the you want to rinse that out really well and make sure that you're getting that out of your glass. And this is everything that we've come up with thus far. This is our purple sea moss at the top, and then we've got some gold. And we're going to, after we finish soaking, rinsing our original soaking glass out, let's go ahead and rinse off our lime. And we're going to go ahead and get these cut and prepared, okay? Okay, so we're going to go ahead and take a few moments and cut our limes here so that we can be able to get that into the, and we're just cubing them, okay? We're cutting them in quarters. This is simple cut. I like to kind of make sure that I have it, really good and coated with the lime before I add the water in the next step. And again, it is up to you as far as your preference. You don't have to use the full two. You don't have to use the full two limes. You can use just one if you like. But I really do like for the taste to be very neutral. So typically I may use one full lime, maybe like about a lime and a half, to be honest with y'all. I don't want it to taste like full, like full lime juice when I'm getting ready to, because I actually use my sea moss for cooking benefits as well. I literally cook with it. And you guys, if you notice in some of my recipes, I've had golden sea moss that I've used to cook with. Especially when you're baking, you definitely want to be able to use the golden sea moss. So, okay, the next step right here, we're going to go ahead and pour some spring water. Okay, and guys, it's super important to use spring water, with this. Again, it's spring water bottled at the source. I like Evian, and then I also like another brand that I have over here as well. I'll show you this other brand that I've used before in the past, Mountain Valley spring water, and I love this because it is spring water bottled at the source, and y'all hear that? It's in the glass. Okay, I love the fact that it's in the glass. So what I'm using today is we're going to be using Evian, which is still bottled at the source, y'all. It is definitely still bottled at the source. I also like Evian because here's the other thing. Evian has some naturally occurring benefits here and minerals. It has calcium, magnesium, and potassium. Again, it's neutrally balanced. The other thing that I like is that it has silica, y'all. Silica is really great for brain health. Okay, so and this is something that they're not adding in. It's just naturally occurring because of where the springs is being derived from. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and pour in the full bottle. All right. Okay, so we're just pouring in this full bottle. You just pour that right over the top of the sea moss as well as the limes. You're gonna leave that full thing in there and just allow that to sit. Okay, now y'all, this is our sea moss. This is step one. Okay, we're gonna allow this to sit for a full 24 hours. And after we have it sitting for the full 24 hours, we're gonna come back. Step two, all right? Okay, see y'all later. I hope y'all enjoyed this first session of making our own sea moss. This is gonna be so great, y'all. I can't wait for you to actually be able to use this in your daily diet and be able to have the full transformation during your 90 days, okay? All right, take care. Coach K, bye.
Now I move different, I move slow. You forever ever cross my mind. It look like you in this moment of time. I don't need signs, I don't need proof. I just need honesty and truth. I don't need tomorrow, I don't need the past. All I really want is right here now. If the world keep changing, we'll figure it out. I'm choosing you right here now. I don't need tomorrow, I don't need the past. All I really want is right here now. If the world keep changing, we'll figure it out. I'm choosing you right here now. Yeah. Love ain't perfect, but it feels safe. No pretending, no escape. We still growing, still learning too. But I like who I am next to you. If the noise come back, we'll turn it down. If the lights go out, we'll find our sound. I don't need forever spelled out. I just need take it day by day. I know we'll be okay.